what up?
That's worse.
It's not gonna help. The lighting is just gonna be, it's not even that bad.
I give a
I
little
feel
bit
like I'm
though.
completely casting shadow.
Yeah, that's not helping. It's blinding me.
Okay,
I'm already
dude.
blind in my left eye.
Blind in your left eye, deaf in your left ear. Oh, no.
And I'm missing an organ. Okay,
She has chlamydia.
that was never proven to be true. Today, I'm going to be, since like a lot of people don't know a lot about my childhood, and I've had like a couple people, most people think I'm adopted, but I'm not. And I'm going to tell you some funny stuff about my childhood that they don't even know, and we're just going to get a blind reaction. So this is a list that I came up with when we were in English class the other day. Okay, this is a good one. To start off, in the first grade, all I have written down is scratching thighs. Me and, I'll bleep it out. So me and a friend of mine for like years through elementary school, whenever we'd get seated next to each other, we would do like
I remember
this
that, dude.
on it. Do you remember? Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know
She
that
did
you-
it with everyone.
Yeah. It was like a thing that we had going. I didn't know
Yeah.
that you were in that class. Oh my gosh, yeah. So we would be scratching each other's thighs. And she was like, doesn't it feel so good?
Yeah, dude.
It does though. When I was little, I didn't know spit was supposed to be in my mouth.
What do you mean?
I went to my mom, like, sobbing, and I was, like, spitting it out in the trash can, all the saliva in my mouth. And I was like, Mom, it won't stop. It just keeps coming out of my mouth. And she's like, what is wrong with you? And she had to explain to me what saliva was.
You have autism.
Dude, I took a BuzzFeed quiz. They literally think that I do. It was, like, 88% sure. Anyway. The time that I tried to pop a wheelie on my Batman scooter. I think I told you this one before. It was
I think I've heard this.
yeah. I got the coolest Batman scooter at a garage sale, and I wanted to show it off to my entire family. So like whenever family would come in from out of town, I would have to take them like on a walk so they could see me like show off skills that I didn't have on my Batman scooter. This was one of those like hard metal ones too, like when it would like hobble you if it like hits you in the shin.
Horrible.
Yeah. And so like my sidewalk like in front of the house that I was at had like all these sorts of like divots in it, right? So I would like fly up these and like catch a little bit in my head at the time. It was airtime. I was not getting any farther than like a half an inch off the ground. But there is this one time I was like, dude, I really think I can pop a wheelie. And so I was supposed to go up and backwards, but I tripped on a lip in the sidewalk and flew forwards and like front flipped over top of the thing and like landed in front of the scooter. I guess I probably wheelied though. Oh my gosh, Dominique. I can probably just say her name on this because if you see this, I don't care. There was this girl, my dad forced me to hang out with her. Dude, I have so many good dad stories. I should start spilling the tea. My dad would force me to hang out with her because we met her at church, and so automatically in his mind, she's perfect. And so he was like, yeah, you should like go with us. Like we know her parents, they didn't. We're gonna go like hang out at her house and everything. And so we were going over there, and like everything with him is like very spur of the moment, very last minute, unorganized. So we get to her house and we're gonna have lunch with her parents, and she's like, yeah, you should like spend the night tonight and everything. Like I had known her for like maybe a week or two, and then she takes me into her parents' room for whatever reason, and there are like it's lined with holes in the wall, and I'm like what? Oh, what's that? That's so fun. And she's like,
yeah, sometimes my dad and my brothers punch holes in the walls when they're really mad.
and like one of the doors was like off the hinges. So my dad cannot take a hit to save his life, and I'm trying to be like, Dad, they're freaking crazy, get me out of here. So I did not spend the night at her house because I faked having a stomach ache for everything because I was always violently ill, so everyone would believe me. Everyone would believe me, and so I didn't stay at her house. And then I get in the car and I was like, what?
Nothing.
You're gonna have to put some sparkles in the video. I'm getting us views.
Okay. Okay, we need to pause for a second. I checked where most of my views came from the other day. After I found this out, I called everybody that I knew. I couldn't bear the shame. I was like, what's viewfinder.net? And so I'm at school. Thank God I wasn't on the school Wi-Fi. I look up viewfinder.net and I'm like, oh, it's like for all of your like burp needs or whatever. And so I scroll down and I'm seeing like, oh, like burp chat room, farts, like fart isolations, and
So late.
this website is solely for isolating burps and farts out of YouTube videos. Farts. For burp and fart fetishes. That's where half of my views are coming from right now. So anyways, thank you guys for supporting my channel. We'll do some more ASMR videos, give you some fresh content. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content though.
Sorry.
Okay,
Rewind.
back to the stories. The contract. In middle school,
No.
Dylan and I had what was the afternoon snack club, and it was like with 2 other people. Our parents didn't love us and would leave us after school till ungodly hours in the day. And so we'd be hanging out after school really late. We decided we're gonna be best friends forever. We wrote up this contract that like there were certain rules to hang out in the group. Okay, there were 2 girls, 2 boys. Us girls wrote up a contract that we were gonna make the boys sign. It was like, get us gifts on our birthdays, no telling secrets. We had to do Christmas gifts and stuff, and like for all the holidays, which not everyone participated
I
in.
gave you stuff for Valentine's
No,
Day.
you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you did
Yes,
not.
I did.
That was the heart chocolates were mine.
I'm not talking about that.
Then what did you get
I
me?
literally gave you a bag of sweets.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
What was it?
What do you mean, what was it? I don't
What
remember.
were the sweets?
It's some type of candy.
Oh, you did. Anyways, so it was like literally 2 weeks after we wrote up this contract, like professing our love for each other as a group. And then we all got in a fight, and one of the girls ripped up the contract and threw it away. And then womp womp.
Except she didn't rip it up nor throw
Yeah,
it away.
and then we actually found out that she kept it. And then the end. Oh, in middle school, the whole reason Dylan and I are friends is because in 7th grade, he was like the quiet kid that I adopted, and I just forced him to hang out with me.
Oh my gosh, that's
We're going viral tonight.
It's my Red Bull.
Yum. Recess patrol in, oh my gosh, in elementary school. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, we started what was called the recess patrol. I was such a tattletale. I was like, we're gonna look out for all of the kids that are getting bullied at recess, and we're gonna help them find friends, and we're gonna keep the peace at recess.
I have a story.
What?
One time we got a lecture about bullying in class, so I was
Yeah.
like, oh, no, not the bullies. And so then the next day at recess, I saw someone like fighting this girl, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stand up for them. It's like, hey, don't do that. That's not nice. And then he was like, we're playing a game.
We're playing house.
And so I got humbled, and I never helped anyone that was getting bullied again.
No, that's what we were there to stop. But we were like operating a base off of like Spy Kids, right? And so we had different levels, but me and the other girl that I was doing it with, Dylan just dipped.
I thought he was about to play Pokemon Go.
We've been playing Pokemon Go. This whole trip, we barely talked to each other. We had laminated badges, but we were the only people allowed to be on level 1, and we put everyone else down on level 5, and we were like,
Bullying.
you're playing Pokemon Go right now.
Frame,
Yeah, can you
dude.
come back into the frame, please? So,
I drink.
yeah.
The video.
Come here and burp.
A
Nuh-uh.
new one. A Wimpod.
Would you get off of Pokemon
Okay,
Go?
let's
It evolves into something really good.
Oh, the time when I took dance classes, I was so tall. They thought that I could blend in with the older girls, right? I was a mammoth of a child. My dance teacher really liked me. My teacher, she really liked me. And so she's like, I'm going to put you in the older girl circle. I need you to be really responsible, whatever. So all the little girls had to sit down in the front of the stage and just like bob their heads or whatever. But the older girls got to do a little like pirouette and do a pose at the end or whatever. And everybody was doing something cute, like a heel stretch or like whatever, right? I was 8 years old, keep in mind. I did a lunge. And I curled my arm up like Shakespeare. She's coming around and she's like correcting everyone's posture and whatever, and she gets to me and she's like, ow. And she like pulls me, like she takes me by the shoulders and pulls me and like force sits me down with all these little baby children. And I was hysterical. That was the worst day of my life. I got humbled in front of all the big kids. It was awful. Okay, this is so bad. You guys still have to be friends with me after this.
Is this your favorite one?
This is my second favorite
Okay.
one. So my grandma, bless her heart, I love her so much. She had 4 kids. She never did this with them, but she was under the impression that a lot of happened to me at 8 years old. She was under the impression that me, as an 8-year-old child, could not chew and digest food on my own. So she would give me these little mints, right? Because I love these little pink mints. We'd be like sitting at the table and she'd be like, no. And she would eat the mint first and chew it up. And then she would spit it out into her hand and feed it to me. And I did it. I ate it. And I liked it.
This happened several times.
Yeah. And then my mom found out.
With just mints or like what?
It was like just mints. She thought I could eat everything else.
Why give you mints?
I like them. Okay, this is my favorite story, hands down. I was at my dad's house. I had my own room, my own bathroom. On this bathroom, it was like the guest bathroom. It had this really nice fuzzy toilet cover. And it was like plush. It was like a shag carpet. I loved it.
Story.
Yeah. I didn't sleep a lot as a kid, but I would get super delirious. Like after 1 a.m., I wouldn't be able to see straight. Like my vision would get blurry. I was like a drunk child. Like just off of no sleep, right? There was like one night, it was like 1 or 2 in the morning. I was also about 8 years old. And I was like, dang, like I really have to pee. I don't want to get out of bed. I'm so sleepy, but I can't sleep. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go with my eyes closed. So I go to the bathroom, eyes closed. So like I'm not paying attention to anything, and I just sit on the toilet and I pee, like full bore pee to my heart's content. And then I'm like, that's really warm. Like this is a nice pee. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I opened my eyes and I soaked the carpet cover for the toilet. It's drenched. And so I like touch it with like toilet paper and I like sop it up. But I'm like, they won't notice. And so I never told anybody. And I was like, you know what? It'll probably dry up. I don't think it'll smell after a while. Like, they won't even know. And I never said a word. Anyways, those are my childhood stories. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more vlogs from the hotel, from the trip. Yeah. Bye.
Okay.